Welcome, hello everybody. You've joined me for another live stream. Can you believe this is 5 in 3 days? No, neither can I, although my body tells me otherwise. It could definitely believe it. Well, if you're watching this live, a very big warm welcome to you. We are going to crack on today because it's 4 p.m. here in Mitchell Dean, in the Forest of Dean in the UK. It's overcast, it's cold and miserable and dreary, but hopefully we're going to bring a little bit of colour and happiness into your TV and phone screens wherever you're watching this. Great, excellent. We're going to do the usual things. We're going to shout out. We're going to have some chats. Please do get involved in the chat. If you're watching live, if you're watching on catch-up, drop us a comment down below. Love to hear from you, good, bad or indifferent. And don't forget, right now, if you can, please give us a nice big thumbs up. Again, if you're watching live, very, very important because it then sends it out to people who may not be aware of how awesome this is. Thumbs up would be amazing. It's somewhere under the bar with the little red line on it. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. And if you watch on catch up, do give us a nice big thumbs up. Also, right, well, what can I tell you about today? Oh my goodness me, it's all going on. Oh, it's 8 a.m. in Sequim, Washington from Modest Moose. Excellent. Welcome Morton, welcome Jim, welcome Lynn, whoever else is watching. 16 of you watching now. Yes, I can see you all coming online. Please do get involved in the chat. It's lovely to say hello. We're all human beings, irrespective of what amazing things go on this giant piece of canvas. I'll talk to you about that in a moment. We're all part of one big civilization. So let's give each other a high five, a wave, a hello, a casual glance even, but do get involved in the chat, even if you just want to use it once. We'd love to know where you are, what you're up to, what device you're watching on. It's a big old world out there. Please do get involved. Okay, fantastic. Welcome Dana as well, just dropped on the chat. Right, I'm going to give you a little bit of a stat fest. So we're painting again for clients, as you might have known in the last few live streams. Everything from now until Christmas and probably beyond is going to be for real paying clients. So pressure is on specifically today. Because as the title will no doubt allude to, this is a coral reef painting, so we're into blues and greens and tropicals and all these beautiful things. We're clownfish and we're corals and we're anemones and we're all kinds of stuff, so that's what's going to go on today. Of course, it's abstract. Don't shoot me for it not looking like a fish or an actual coral reef, but that's the inspiration behind it. Client's already got one of these in their New York office. We're going to do this for him in a slightly different format. It's going to be split into 2, moved apart. We're going to do that for the London office. So right now I will take you through the colours we're going to use. But I'll tell you now that on the deck here we've got a piece of canvas which currently measures 440 centimetres, 4.4 metres long. That's quite a lot, isn't it? I don't know what that is in feet, but it's a lot. We've got 140 centimetres that way, so it's about 4.5 feet. And the finished canvases, with it being split, means it's going to be 2 meters by 120 times 2. Okay, and then they're going to have some distance between them because this is going in a communal area and it'll be themed around the walls to make it look like an art gallery. Anyway, that's all the info that you need for that. But it's big. It's going to be done in one session. I have done one or two of these before. Been back through the video of the last one I did. I've got my running order and sequence of paints where I need to put my sprays. So it's quite a technical, complex thing. I'm going to have to figure it out as I go along, but it's essentially made of 2 halves, not just the painting. See what I did there? I hope you're paying attention. I'll be asking questions later. I won't, just for fun. So the first half is getting the paint on, getting it liquid enough so I can move it. Then we're going to wait a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to get the grout spreader out, and it's going to get transformed from a load of random paint into something really quite beautiful. So that's what we're in for. It could be a long one. Mate, it could be a long one.
That's what she said.
There'll be more of that coming up. I love it. Big fan of The Office. Oh dear. Anyway, so that notwithstanding, I'm going to pick up the Roam cam. And we're going to, no, actually, we'll get Adi to go around onto the, no, I will go on Roam cam, actually, as I walk around here. Yeah, let's do Roam, mate. There we go. So Roam cam, all good with my voice. Lip sync, not a problem, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All good? Excellent. Right. Okay, so there's my nearly 4.5 meter canvas that's going to be split in the middle. We've got the overhead cam is going to give you some amazing shots as we continue. And then on my bench, right, so we have got blue, followed by a light blue, followed by Suarez blue. Damn it, I haven't got my Boston out yet. Right, I need to decant my Boston blue. I didn't do that. We've got the light blue. I've got canary yellow, melon yellow, lime green, Piaggio scooter green, and a drop of orange. There's one other colour to get out, which is white, which I'll put on later. I've got my running order, including where I'm going to spray, because it's quite a technical tour de force, this, and to do it in one sitting is quite the accomplishment. So no matter what I make look easy, I can assure you folks, this is not easy. And, you know, we're day 4 out of, well, currently 5 in the week so far, and absolutely shattered, but there's no time to waste. We've got this impossible deadline, and I've got to meet it, which means it's paint, 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 paint. I don't care how tired we are, we just got to paint. So anyway, there you go. Successfully though, from the information from yesterday, we can do PTZ now if you want, mate. I'll go over here. Information from yesterday, hot off the press. You can send him round for me when you're ready, mate. Lovely. There we are. Ready for your examination. Oh, and it switched itself off. He pressed the wrong button. He's got a lot going on, bless him. He's multitasking as we speak. So yeah, a little bit of a... So a bit of an update from yesterday. So when you're on the channel, if you look at the video next to this one, which says burgundy burgundy blush, was it? Can't remember. Anyway, the one with all the burgundy and gold in it, that has dried sufficiently enough for us to move it. The reason why we're a little bit late is because we were removing the painting, leaving it till the last minute. But we've managed to move that into the temporary storage room, which has given me the burgundy burst. That was it. Thank you, mate. So it's given us the opportunity to paint again today on the tables. I'm going to say again, because I've had an email overnight, one of our regular viewers asking about why we aren't committing to our Wednesdays, and I think Morton might have asked this, or Modest Mood. I'll say it again, just while I get this out into a cup, and then we're ready to start painting. We can't commit at the moment to regular Wednesdays as we used to do, simply because I can't fully control the drying times of any one particular painting. So because I'm having to paint every day, if something is not cured enough to move off the table and we get to 7:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, I haven't got a live stream. I can't deliver anything to you. So I'm having to do the streams based around when it's okay to paint, when I can move something off, put something on. If I've got something on that's blank, we'll stream. Try and give you as much notice as possible. I think we were ready to do about an hour and a half's notice today. Then I know I can do that. That will be the only one I can get on there today because I've got no other room left. So when that one is sufficiently cured enough and comes off the table, literally within minutes, I will cut the next canvas and then we can stream again. But I can't set those time parameters, if you see what I mean. I have to be at the behest of what the paint's doing. Now today, it's going to be a lot of paint on here. So again, I don't know, go on.
Hi guys. Now, quite interestingly, me and Ed were talking about notifications. Now, I got a notification from YouTube because obviously I'm subscribed to the channel to see what's going on, and I had my notification, but Paula, Waterford Donkey, said she didn't have a notification. Guys, can you let me know who got a notification, who didn't? Because I think we had Sue Evans said she wasn't getting notifications as well. This worries me greatly in the fact that I got a notification, but if other people aren't getting notifications, this is going to be a real problem for you guys to know when we're actually doing these streams. So do let me know in the chat whether you got the notification earlier. Should have been 30 minutes before, buddy, yeah?
Yeah, so 3:30 GMT, so backtrack or forward track, depending on where you are. That's what we're looking at. So that's the time scale. So yes, you should, according to YouTube's policies, get a notification 30 minutes before broadcast, or the scheduled broadcast time. And it's a problem. If you're not getting them, it's a problem. Now, of course, I can't lay all of that blame at YouTube's doors because I'm not aware of how their systems work. There are also things like malware and antivirus settings, Windows Defender settings, firewall settings, notification preferences, the endless updates that Microsoft do to Windows. Don't know how it works on a Mac. So none of this is a specific or an exact science, but it would be interesting as agents to find out how big the scale of the problem is. So if you don't mind sharing that info with us as we broadcast, you don't have to do it right now, then that will be great. Yes, yeah, like I said on the intro, everything from now until Christmas, complete commissions. There's nothing for fun, nothing for the website. There is no time. And I've been waiting all this time to get these commissions in because I don't want to start making work just for the sake of it. I've got a pretty good selection on the site. I want it all to be the commission based. And now everything is this perfect storm where it's all hit at the same time. Hence why now it's bedlam. So we've got to be on it, really on our top game to be able to get this done. The answer is always yes to any client, and then we have to work out all the intricacies after it. It's very complicated time. Anyway, right. Oh, I got the notification. That's great. Okay, fantastic. Right, buddy, pick me a cam, and I'm going to start. Right. Okay. Cool. So Suarez, Boston, Light and Lion. Suarez, Boston, Light and Lion. Just getting there we go. Boston, Light and Lion. That's the first floor plus spray. Sorry, did you say overhead, mate? Oh, sorry, you are overhead, yeah. All right, cool. Okay. Right, so are we ready, mate? Should we do it?
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
Okay, perfecto. Right, so we've got some very interesting notification issues going on. Thank you for your feedback, guys. We are taking note of that.
Hi, Dana. I understand the one on the television because with my television, it's so ridiculously late in giving me any kind of notification. Sometimes I have to go out and sign out and sign back in again for it to actually show something. And I've even found sometimes that some of the people that I'm subscribed to, it's 10 hours later and suddenly there's a notification saying they're doing something. Televisions are terrible. It's because the operating systems are completely different. That's why up till about a month ago you could skip ads. Now you can't even skip ads on televisions because YouTube's being ridiculous like that. So I know TV doesn't necessarily give notifications, but your phone should give you a notification.
Okay, so I'm adding a color I don't normally add. So let's just a bit of skadoosh around the edges with this. So it's kind of a mid-blue, it's somewhere between the Suarez and the Boston, but with a hint of French thrown in it. It's towards the purple end of the spectrum. Nice to feature this kind of here and there. It's the all-camera shot. There you go, done. Go home. One of the crucial colours here is lime. So let's get that in. Lynn will be happy now. Crucial thing about this kind of painting, or what I'm doing now, is balance, because there shouldn't be any one particular part of it that is too heavy. So I've got to make sure everything has got its balance points. We'll be drizzling around the edge in a minute, light blue and lime. Right, okay, first spray, here we go. This is the crucial bit. I've got points when I have to spray the paint. As the paint goes on, so let's hope I get it right. Get a little bit of tension in the air, because this has got to count. There's going to be a big cost of paint, volume of paint going this one. It's going to take some time to dry. It's referring you back to what I said about stream scheduling. Edges I'll take care of in a little while. This is about the bulk in the centre, because this is going to form the majority of the painting. Yeah, it's going to be split in the middle. We'll have a look at some of your comments in a minute. Just need to get to a point in time where I can feel comfortable with what I'm doing. Like I said, so much of this is about balance. I got a lot of maneuverability with my grout spreader, which is what phase 2 is. Still have to get paint in the right places, otherwise we're in trouble. Okay, enough at the moment, one there. Alright, so that's good. Yellow is going to be next. Now I've got two. I've got a canary and a melon. I think I'm going to pop the canary in first. And wherever I would naturally distribute the yellow, it'll be a mixture of the two. The melon for the other three. So what's that? 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll oppose those now with the melon. Stick one there. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, I think that. Well, funny you should say that, Simple Leather. It reminds you of a coral reef, because I think I put that in the description. So happily, we're hitting the brief then. Excellent. Sorry, I just said something. Keep it professional, son. Come on. Oh dear. Right, okay, good. Let's get some Piaggio on. Now I need this to feature in all kinds of places, so we're going to go fairly heavy on this. This is going to lighten things up a little bit. So let's get some on the end. Following my, quite at the moment, I'm following my sequence of events on the wall. I looked at the previous one I did, which for me was one of the most satisfying works of art I've ever done, and it's good to to try and be inspired by that and look back on it and work out how it was done. So that's what I've done. The edge swirls will allow me a little bit of grace here and there to fill in some of the edges. The point at which I get kind of a bit zoned out, I can see some gaps. Oh, that's fine. Where I get a bit zoned out will be when I start moving it with the grout spreader. So for those of you that don't like listening to me, it's going to be painting Nirvana for you. So I'll probably end up being quite quiet.
Yay!
I don't want to go too heavy on the Piaggio. I'm going to, sorry, not Piaggio, there's the Boston, which is the dark blue metallic. I'm going to swirl some more of that around the edges as well. It's important we get depth to it, but because I know where it's got to go, it might be bereft of spotlighting. So even though it's in a fairly open space, providing the client says yes, we love it, then I am going to need to, I've got to have this real delicate mix between light and dark as we go along. Swirls around blue, thin lines on edge, white long sweeps. So white will be next in long sweeps. I've got the white ready. So I'm just going to drop some of this around the edge. Trying to keep the offcut of canvas here so I can soak up some of the what's going on my feet. I tend to step in things quite a lot. I'm going to fill up now where I don't have the Boston. And then I'm going to have a look at gap filling. So far so good. It's all about having the volume of paint. It's important then to keep it as liquid as possible because I need it to move. Put one at the end there. Don't need any there. Definitely going to need to start manoeuvring this around, so I need a volume of paint on. It's difficult to gauge, it always is, how much you need. So it may be that there is more to go on. That's the tricky bit. But at the moment, feels pretty good. Feels pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Just looking at my Piaggio density, that doesn't look too bad. Line's looking good. Let's get what's left of this blue out of here. Where are my lights? Need something there, and probably a bit here. So I've used a richer blue there, which is really nice. Okay, so that's that. Purples are ready to go. White and long sweeps, that needs to go on next. Right, so this is quite important. This is going to define some of the lighter areas. When I've sprayed this next one, I'll come and have a look at your comments. A look on Rome. Damn, not enough. I want to try and make this a little bit lighter than the other one that I had. White's going to get eaten up as it always does. And putting thinners in until I got some paint. Yeah, it tends to get eaten up a lot. So I've got to be very mindful of that. So don't mind putting the volume on. You'll have a nice reaction to all these blues. It's going to create some really nice rich tones. So I need a spray. We'll go for our first Rome cam look. It's pretty Pollock-esque at the moment. I love it like that. I'd be quite happy just to leave it like that. Yeah. Tempting, isn't it? Very tempting. But got a brief, so I'm going to stick to it. I think one maybe I'll do another incarnation. If I do another incarnation for them, I'll do that and literally leave it at that. I'll let the thinners do its business. Could be quite interesting. A few more colours to go on. Now I can usually tell if this is going to be, so far anyway, successful because of the amount of selling I get on the Suarez Blue. So I'm going to show you that in just 60 seconds or so. This is my long spray. It's kind of got some notes after the next one, so this is a fairly decent one. Don't mind if it's way over on the thinners, it will evaporate, still gives me opportunity to maneuver paint. Just the whole point, but I need to get this on the white. But from memory, from doing the last one like this back in end of March, beginning of April, pool painting, the client who's got the pool house, you may remember that. Yeah, then we're on the same kind of line, so we're replicating that technique. Sorry, gloves, can we do PTZ a second, mate? Oh yeah, so I'm going to stand in front and see if you can get a shot of my fingers. I don't know if people realise this, what happens. That's what the paint does. See? Straight through. That's why I'm always changing gloves. They just disintegrate. There you are. Have you ever shown that before? Right, wash the hands because I've got paint on them. Give me a second. It's fine, it won't take a moment. That's why I have kitchen roll in here. Right, so that's my spray. So I think next we'll get the Rome cam out. And I'm going to show you the progress so far. Now I've got a lot of canvas covered, which is good. We've got some other colours still to go on before I start manoeuvring it around, but we're almost at halfway. You might think, oh, that's easy, that hasn't taken very long. Yeah, the long bit is about to come. And the paint on, in the great scheme of things, is relatively straightforward. What is about to come, though, is anything but. Right, let's do a Rome cam then, buddy. Alrighty-o, let's go show you what's going on. So we're going to go straight in with the Suarez Blue. This is what happened last time, look. So we're getting it again now, which is good. Tells me that actually I'm getting thinners on and it's starting to penetrate the paint, which is good. What do we think of that then? That's pretty rad. Yeah, well, we'll do the macro now, mate. Right, close that off. And bingo, right, here we go. How's that look? So this is what we're getting already. I haven't done anything yet. We've literally just put paint on canvas. The thinners is pulling the metallic flake up. And as we get the reaction with air hitting it, so we've got these lovely patterns. That's essentially what's happening. This is physics happening live. Hydrocarbons are being released. Molecule chains are being formed. And as quantities and viscosities hit each other, this kind of thing is what happens. It's all about the physics, mate. It's all about the physics, isn't it? Right, let's go down here. Show you that again. How are we looking there? Can you see that? And then look with this Boston metallic, what's happening? Lovely. So as I start manoeuvring, think about when all this stuff collides and hits each other, what we're going to get. Fingers crossed, it should be pretty good. Yeah, so that's yellow and blue. And it's giving us the green there, look.
Nice.
Right, it's going to go funny now while I go the other end. What can I show you? Yeah, let's go up here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Morton, now we are talking. Okay, right, so that is your look on macro. We've got anywhere else anywhere else on the internet, let me assure you, live or otherwise. Right, fresh gloves. And I'll come around and read some comments. I'll leave it too long. Let's have a little look through, see what everybody's saying. Let me know if you're enjoying this, folks. Give us a nice big thumbs up. We'll show you how to do that in just a second, but I want to read the comments. Reminds me of great balance. Modest. Still can't believe this paint doesn't crack when dry. Clever stuff. Thank you, Alan Hillier. Hello, nice to see you here. Dinon Rugsby. Dinonugs Ruby. I'll call you Ruby. Dinon. Should we cut Dinon? We'll settle on Dinon. Looks, the light blue looks like a seahorse. Awesome. Cool. Can you share some general pricing for something like this? Yeah. So if I was to do this as a 3 meter by 120, 7,000. If it's going to be 4 meters, this kind of height, we're into about 8.5 to 9. If we're going any bigger than that, so 5 meters plus, it's going to be 11.5 to 12. That's £1,000, obviously not £12. So yeah, this in its form, if it was split into two and sort of put together, around about 8.5 to 9 grand. Modest Moose, nice uplifting painting. It's been a fantastic, thank you. Reef, hello Reef Hughes, welcome aboard. Love it, thank you very much. Who else have we got? We got Paul aboard Fruit Donkey. Such a stunning colour palette, thank you very much. And then we're talking about notifications. Dana's also joined, I saw that. V is also here, we said hello to. Is that right? Christine Polloy, hello tout le monde, bonsoir. Christine, comment ça va? Casey has joined us from San Francisco. Awesome, and I think that has brought us up with everybody. 30 people watching me now. I don't know how many thumbs up we've got. 17, it's appalling. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. Look guys, if you really don't know how to do it, let this little video remind you.
Now if you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button. And click on your bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
Okay, fantastic. So thank you very much. It really does help us. Not a lot can help us these days, but that is one thing that really does help us. So we really appreciate it if you can hit that button for us. Right, I'm going on with some light blue. These are some accents following my list, look. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's get one through there. I've not used this colour ever before in the entire history of everything. It's a British Standard colour, no idea what it is. Looked nice when I was choosing it. Predominantly this is going to be for the client after this one. We're going to have some nice cool blues going on with their commission, so I thought I'd get it in now. Let's look for practice before I order some more. Yeah, well, that's a nice blue. It actually goes to the rest of them pretty well. It's more the powdery blue end of the spectrum, I would have said. Right, okay, we've got an explanation from Dino Nugs. Dino Nugs Ruby. Not Dinon. Dino Nugs. Right, you are now forever going to be called Dino Nugs. I love that. That's a great. How do you come up with this stuff? Hey, Dino Nugs. What's up? What's happening? Right, lime, Boston and purple. Do I need any more lime? I'm not asking Lynn because I know what the answer's going to be. Yeah, just down here. It needs a little skadoosh here, doesn't it, of lime, just going up that way. Work that in, that's fine. So that's my lime. Just looking at my list. Boston and purple with a spray. Right. I think that's dark enough already. I don't want any more. So the Boston's had it. However, there's a tiny drop in there here. So let's pop that badger on. Okay, let's not waste anything. Now this is going to take a while to dry, folks. So it is entirely possible that there won't be a stream tomorrow. So we'll be kind to you all and give you a day off. Won't we, mate? Should we give everyone a day off? I think they're going to need it.
Yay! What? Wow.
Purple doesn't need to be in many places. Yeah, I was thinking pink mousse. It might be, yeah. I was considering that. I was getting the purple out. But it would only be... I'm trying to think, as far as your undersea kingdom goes, how much pink you'd have. But yeah, I think we'll throw a few little soupçons in there. Joe, Yana Keynes is here. Hello, Yana. Yes, keep it simple. The ocean's here, Yana. I think it's Yana, isn't it, Yana? Have I got that right? Are you a soft J or a hard J? That's a question I didn't think I'd ask today. So, which camera are we on? So, buddy, is it hard or is it soft?
That's what she said.
Everyone's a winner. Right, do you know what? Let's get some pink out. I've got a real nice one here. It's called Telemagenta, RAL 414010. See if I can resurrect that quickly. The bench is a mess. Oh, we've done five. Split into two. Yesterday, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. This theoretically is 7 paintings in 3 days. So I'm not surprised the place is looking a bit of a mess. Let's get one in the centre. One over there. And one down that end. There you go. Just needs a little something. Just you'll notice it when you're walking. Well, you won't, but people who see it will notice it walking past. Okay, Carl Miles Art is here. Welcome, Carl. Day 3, you're right. Did you get a notification, Carl? We've been discussing it as we've been on the broadcast. We'd love to know. Now, this is the really good spray before I start manoeuvring everything, because there won't be really much opportunity after this. So time now to take a breath, folks, while I do my spraying. Keeping it light, but the pressure is real. A lot of material cost on this. I can't afford to mess this up. If this dries wrong or doesn't go according to plan or something goes wrong, I'm in trouble. Carl got his notification. Top of the class, mate. Well done. Right, let me just finish this off. And good job I filled everything up, isn't it? I tend to dispense a lot of fluids at the moment.
That's what she said.
It's never going to get old, that, is it? Unlike me. Right, okay, so amazing news. The wonderful Dana Amerson has donated $49.99.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, we finished, haven't we? Sorry, I was away with the berries there. Dana, thank you so much. You're very naughty, but we love you. Thank you very much. That's enormously kind of you. As we've said to before, every bit helps at the moment. It really does. The costs of moving have been absolutely astronomical, and it's brilliant. Dana, thank you so much. What can I say? You're an absolute superstar. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Amazing, amazing. Well, right, okay. So I need to get gloves on. When you got a static camera position, mate, could you do me a massive fave? Could you just grab me a still water off the bench, please? I forgot to bring anything in. Thanks. Right, just going to do a slow pan, and then I'm going to grab some hydration because I forgot to bring my water in, and starting to feel a bit hoarse now. Nay, you're not. I am. Right, okay. So I'm going to need a couple of spreaders. Let's get one there. Oh my God, that fell on the... One there. One there. Dankeschön. Oh, he moves like Rudolf Nureyev. Thanks, mate. I needed that. All right, can you believe 43 minutes into the stream? All we've done is throw some paint. All right, okay, now it's the crucial bit. Now it's the time to stand by your beds, folks, because here we go. No black today, Morton, unfortunately. I've tried these before with black, and it doesn't end well. So, do you know what, mate? I think I'm just gonna start one end. I think let's go the far end by the doors, and see where we get. This is going to tell me how near or far I am to be where I need to be. That's because I said you look like Rudolf Nureyev. As you bounded across the floor.
Thanks, Morton. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been a ballerina for years now.
Yeah, he had to give up dodgy legs. Might get quiet for a bit, so just enjoy the music. I'll figure the ends out in a minute. It's not important right now. Hello, Debbie. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to see you here again. Did you get a notification, Debbie? We're quite curious. We're discussing the ins and outs and intricacies of YouTube, who got notified we were on and who didn't. Please let us know if you don't mind. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. That's great. Getting your notifications, good. So some things are working there. So I hope you told your visitors to subscribe, Debbie. So you can't stay long because I'm watching the telly. Not working for Morton though. Yeah, I wish we could get understand all the why it works for some people and not others. Thank you, Morton. Try and throw modest. Sorry, try and throw in some good techniques. Sorry if I'm not too chatty.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, so Dino Nugs, excellent. You are getting your notification, so we know it does work. It seems to be very inconsistent. Somewhat frustrating. You tell me when I'm halfway. Oh, how annoying. The tongue of my shoe has just come off. Yeah, okay. Okay, Sue, that's early. Yeah, no, I've just got to concentrate for a minute, mate.
I assume, yeah, we've been discussing this on the chat. The majority of people seem to be getting notification. I got a notification today. I didn't get one yesterday, so something's going on. Now, as I say, YouTube's a law unto itself. There's nobody we can contact about it. Not unless, you know, we've got like 1 million subscribers, then they might listen to us. But other than that, we won't be able to get through to anybody. It'll be some automated bots, and we'll never know. Paul did have a thought of basically switching off notifications and switching them back on again. Whether or not that would help, I don't know. But it seems that some people just aren't getting the notifications. Again, I don't know whether it comes down to the, you know, different time zones around the world, and that's why it's not coming through. Just don't know. But all we can say is if you have, you know, got your notifications turned on, it's the best chance. Maybe pop notification off and back on again, might wake it up. Who knows? I didn't. Like I say, I got one yesterday. I didn't get one. I didn't get one yesterday. I got one today. So, you know, who knows?
Go over it fingers and thumbs when it's covered, because I'll be able to figure out where I need to dig out little soup songs here and there when I think it needs it. But if I can get covered and let it settle, it's me in a position of then being able to decide where that needs to be. Okay, good. So far, so good. It's a bit of a labour of love, this one. It's about in the middle, isn't it? Okay, yeah, sure.
Hi, Sue. Yeah. Saying your granddaughter has got them intermittently. The only thing I can suggest is that you basically make sure you subscribed, give us a thumbs up every time you see something, share us out to all your friends. We'll get to 1 million subscribers, and then I could basically email YouTube and tell them, oi, sort this out, will you? Because I think that's about the only way, really.
Up on the back. Yeah. A little bit here and there. It's not too bad. It's just where it's a bit light in places. What do you reckon then, guys? What do you reckon so far? Therapeutic? Still there? Enjoying watching paint dry? Do let me know. I'm still here. But it's surprising how much concentration this requires. However easy or difficult I do or don't make it, it still requires brains, concentration, and using that bit of grey matter effectively.
I know what else I was going to ask you guys. Do you have the button so that you could do either the heart, the smiley face, or the little celebration confetti cone, or the 100%? Who's got that? The heart bit. So that heart. Who's got that to press? If you've got it, give it a press.
Right, let's go the other side and finish that bit off. Then I'm on the third, aren't I? Some pockets of white, which is good because I'm going to need those. Wow, I've lightened it up. So far, so good. We're getting good coverage. This is nice. Some really incredible details coming out. I will show you shortly. But as you'll appreciate, I need to get to the other end to make sure everything is as it should be. And then we can start doing some of the razzmatazz bits, so to speak. We'll get the fingers dug in, that kind of shenanigans. Apologies for radio silence. Moment, it's concentrate time. It's the important bit to make sure I don't lose it. Everything can be won or lost very quickly. I'm sure you'll know if you've watched these before. That new blue I mentioned earlier on, behaving quite well. Reasonable addition. It's got a very different personality to the last one at the moment, even though technique is the same. In many ways, that's a great thing. in other ways it's not. But as always, try and use that to our advantage. So Modest Moose saying, as a Leroy Neiman look. Now, wouldn't I look educated if I knew who that was?
Leroy Neiman, best known for his brilliantly coloured, stunningly energetic images of sporting events and leisure activities. Leroy Neiman was probably the most popular living artist in the United States before his passing in June 2012.
Right, I consider myself educated then. Right, I'll have to go and check him out then. Thank you for that. And for the comparison. Should know more about art, really, shouldn't I? Each child is different. Oh, I think I might know who that is. Yeah. It does ring a bell now that you've mentioned that. I'm not just saying that to look educated. Thank you, Dana. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, seems to be going pretty well at the moment. Reserve judgment myself anyway until it's complete. Shouldn't be too long, I don't think. Just think we're never going to get these moments again between us, are we? So let's savour them while we've got them. Day is over, it ain't ever coming back again. Sobering thought, isn't it? Thank you, Paula. Thanks for tuning in. Got to go. We'll see you next time, hopefully. Thanks for joining us. Go to the other side. Yeah, shaping up pretty good, I think. Definitely these pockets of white I need to figure out. We'll do that on the next pass through. Stink paintings, big ones. They're hard won, aren't they? They're never a walk in the park. Even when you've done them a long time, treat these things respectfully. Otherwise, they end up biting you in a place that doesn't feel very good. So your reward for your patience, guys, is a look on Roam Cam shortly. Not far from the end, so we're looking at another 5 or 6 minutes. And that'll be then before we give it a pass with the glove change and some finger painting. It's always good fun. I've got some nice up and down movements going. See me just doing doing some flicks already, and there'll be more of those going, and from the other side. Some real kind of movement going, hopefully. Came to me about will it need taping down. That was a big yes. It's going to go all over the place, I think. Be very careful taping down, you don't pull it in the opposite direction and create crinkles in the opposite ways. Depends which way it crinkles, moves. If it moves upright, which is from long end to long end, great. Moves horizontally, I'm in trouble. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, it's 440 centimeters. So big, 135 inches. More than that, actually. No, 300 is 118. So it's 150 inches. Too far away from that. How far? How much is it?
So 4.4 meters or 440 centimeters is 173 inches.
Ooh, wow, a lot bigger than I said.
Very big. Very huge. Absolutely huge.
That's what she said.
Didn't let me down. Well done. How many gross I've got, look. Sorry, I gotta clean my hands. Gloves are gone again. Okay, well, interestingly, having now got up the long view, pretty pleased with that so far. Coverage is good. We need to extend some of these lines out. It needs to feel like we've got plants growing up towards the surface. So this is very much about getting movement on the up and down rather than the left to right. Hello, Tracy. Tracy, you're on the coast, aren't you? If my memory serves me correct. It's giving you some coastal vibes. I believe you. Is that right, Tracy, or have I got that completely wrong? I thought you were by the coast. We're in Cheltenham. Do let us know. So I'll finish this side off, and we're going to give you some amazing roam cam shots. That's really, I think you're going to really enjoy that. Just got to get through this bit first. Yeah, Adi just talking a few logistics in my head, talking about when to change the battery in the roam cam so it doesn't go midway through. Wonder why I just suddenly talk randomly. It's because certainly Adi and I are having a conversation. Not far from what, the sea or from Cheltenham? From the coast, you know. I would have said so as well. Yeah, I'm starting to feel some of it going off now, which actually is good because it means it's going to stop moving, which actually when I get round to the end is going to be a good thing. Man, what stinks in here. From the sea. Thank you, Tracy. I thought it. I remember why I remember the chanting thing. Cadogan, Tracy Cadogan, I follow on socials. I think she is chanting based artist. I just remembered where the Tracy connection came from. Reflections in the water, eh? Nice, Tracy. Yeah. Good title. Reflections. There we go. That's a good one, isn't it? Oh, what do we do without you, eh? You see me digging, making the little mermaid purse kind of figurations, which is great. You can do with the scraper. Obviously, when I get fingers and toes in and all that kind of stuff, toes. It's stupid. It is. It's not as expressive as using a flat piece of plastic. However, I want to be able to dig a few bits out here and there. We may return back to using this once I've reached the edge, but I definitely need to get the fingers in. That will be the next thing. Keep it clean. No, I don't. We hit quite a seam of white there. That was the first white I put on, which is good. So I'm going to lighten kind of this end up a little bit. Nice thing about the whites is it's going to give you lots of tonal variations as I move it through the non-white colours, which is what we're after. These little pockets of lightness. Thinner's just about right. Not too little, not too much. Like I said a few minutes ago, it's allowing me to feel that the paint is beginning to thicken in some places, which is exactly what I need, because the longer this is liquid, the more it's inclined to wander off and just do its own thing. And we're going to come to a point at which I need it just to stabilise and to stop and go, yeah, I've done enough moving now. If that's whilst I'm still in here and not 5 hours down the road, then happy days. It means I know what kind of paint to expect when I walk back in. Freestyle. So you didn't get your notification then, Freestyle? We've been talking about that while we've been on air, trying to figure out who did and who didn't get notified. Obviously you didn't. Shame. But not something we can control. We're trying desperately to work out what's might be causing that. Okay, right, so let me just deal with the end over here. One of the things I'm looking for now, as the light's hitting it, I'm looking for how this is starting to react to the amount of thinners that's in it and whether I'm going to need to tape it. I don't think I need to tape it at the moment. Maybe I'm having that conversation shortly, earlier on. Let's just get this edge tidied up, and then I'll change the battery in the roam cam, and then I'll give you a pre-fingered look. Keep it clean.
Hi Freestyle. Yeah, so we're just having a look to see who got notifications and who didn't. So if you can let us know if you got your notification. Paula bought through Donkey, she didn't get her notification. Sue Evans is having problems getting notifications. So just let us know if you did. You know, it doesn't matter if it came up and you just thought, oh, I'll go and have a look later. That's fine. Just trying to find out. Oh, and hello, Heathen. If you can let us know if you got your notification as well, because we're trying to figure out what's going on with YouTube. It should give everybody a notification, regardless of whether you watch or not. But it seems to be that there are certain people that are not getting notifications. Again, mine was that yesterday, no notification for me. Today, notification. Very odd, inconsistent. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Just come on the line for a second, mate, before I change the battery.
Hello.
You might as well, you can hear what we're going to talk about now. So this might be a bit technical and talk shop, but yeah, so I got, so the early part, right by the pipe, it's drawing over it, mate. Let's try. I literally can't move it.
Right.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah.
I made it a bit too well then.
Well, you can't possibly make it too well, but I know what you mean. It is like, yeah, the more we use it, the more impressive it gets.
Yeah, the air system. Yeah. So,
Maybe you can explain what that means, what I've just said to people while I've just got to look at it with it. Okay, yeah, if you don't mind doing that, because I need to move quick, otherwise I'm going to lose the ability to move it. So Roam Cam's coming up, guys, but having just gone to this end, and I'm very glad I did, I'm realising that actually I'm going off too quickly now to what I expected. So I need to just deal with one or two little bits and pieces here. So perhaps Adi might explain what I just said and put that into context that you can get.
Hi Tracy, no notification, but then I'm not signed up for them. Why? No, why haven't you got your notification on? If you're not sure, I can show you how to do that.
Now if you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button. And click on your bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
So there you go. If you're not sure, just put the notification on. So, Heathen saying, is this one going to be one piece or cut up?
This is going to be cut into two, Heathen. If the client doesn't like it, it's going to stay as one.
So there you go.
Thank
Oh, thank you, Tracy. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's only because, like we said, YouTube isn't driven by people anymore. Unfortunately, it's driven by algorithms. And if you've, given us a nice thumbs up, you've popped, something into the comments, and you've got your notification on and you subscribed, it means that we're good people to have content be passed along to other people. If we don't get certain parts of that, then YouTube goes, oh no, we're not going to bother. So we do appreciate if you are thumbs up, subscribed, notified, so on and so forth. Thank you. Now back on to I think I did explain yesterday about the extraction system. So Ed talking about that the one end of the painting being quite dry, and I built a system. So the system is that it has 3 pipes. You can see those pipes going up, the brown pipes, and they are passive air being brought in from up above the ceiling. So there's one. Oh, to the other one because Ed's in the way.
Sorry, I've got to
that's
concentrate.
all right, no problem. So there's one there, and that's blowing air gently. Well, I say blowing, it's actually air being pulled in, and that's then going passively over the top of the painting. That's why it's starting to dry quite quickly. So if I change to another camera angle, you'll see what I lovingly call the flute over the bottom of the floor with the holes in, and that is extracting. So that's pulling air out of the room through an extraction system in the box. The system I developed seems to be a little bit too good because Ed's struggling now where the paints are drying very, very quickly. So it's possible if you sort of reduce the extraction, it would help to keep it a little bit longer. But yeah, that's the system that we use.
We're good. We've got to save it. And the rest of it's still liquid, so it's just that end. I think it's where the pipes are meeting it, mate. It's really weird. We're having to get used to this, folks, because we're only a couple of days into being at capacity and running at full design speed. So we're having to. I'm just going to reboot the camera. We're having to get used to all of this at the moment. So I've gone full bore with everything because it's important that you know we're at least extracting for health and safety purposes. If it means I've got a few issues with drying, well then I'll overcome it. But these are the subtleties we have to try and figure out. It means the centre of the painting's going to get quite where the air is directly over it. And it's just learning about these things. I'd rather have too good a system than one that doesn't work. Right, okay, you tell me when you've got a picture, mate. Yeah, you do that. I'll have some water and then you can tell me when you can switch to Rome. Jeffrey is right at the opposite end of the spectrum. First yesterday, last today. Don't worry, buddy. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Like it was a pleasure to have all of you here. And thank you so much for choosing to tune in day after day. Isn't lost on us, I can assure you. Yeah. So while Aid is doing that, I'm going to pick out my pockets of white, because they're the ones I need to concentrate on while he's giving you those nice pan shots. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some nice shots as well. So definitely got pockets of white, but it's still, colours are still quite localised. What I've just done in this first third here, or here, first third, is still continue on with the grout spreaders. But actually I'm moving up and down with it. I want to try and bring this up and down movement, almost like stalactites and stalagmites. So as long as I can keep that the paint fluid, I can bring more of that localized color to be featured up and down, so to speak, which is what I want. I don't want anything to move across. It has to have this whole up and down movement. Things don't go across in the sea, do they? They go upwards and will come downwards, apart from the odd shark that might be traversing the horizontal planes. But I'm not putting a shark in it. Let me just have a look at your comments, then Adi can give me the when we're ready to go on Rome. Bold and beautiful, my friends. Thank you, and thank you, Jeffrey. Surely the client will love it, says Dana. Hopefully. This one's going to be, oh yeah, freestyle, love the blues. I haven't had cut with vivid blues and I love it. Fantastic. Right, you ready? Yeah, switch me over, mate. All right, okay, here we go. What? Oh God, how does that happen then? Right, let me unplug it then. Well, unless you can do it through your app. Let me unplug it. I don't know what's, oh yeah, it's on fisheye. Wide. Time lapse. I think I fixed it. Have I? Yeah, sorry. Try it now. Is it all right? Yeah. Okay, right. I don't normally change batteries midstream. Right, where do we go? Let's start non-macro. Tell me if you've got any view of this and what it's looking like. This is the end that I've kind of been moving. I don't want to move it too much. I mean, no, I won't go back to that. Thank you, folks. Enjoying that. Right, shall we do some macro? Oh, I'll just quickly show you the rest of it. So up until there, so this is the non sort of fettled with for a second time. You can see it's kind of moving all over the place. I want to try and more kind of spread that up and down movement. You know, so it's fine, nothing wrong with that, but it's not what I wanted to achieve. I've got bits and pieces going off all over the place, and I'm going to try and regulate that. It won't take much more blending though before it starts to go muddy, so I've got to be hugely careful with this now. Right, so let's go macro. Where can we go first? Let's go there. So many details, crazy. Just don't know where to look for the best. Let's go where there. Let's go to the other end then. What have we got? What can we pick out? Let's go in the limes. Yeah, definitely going to need quite a bit more work, this. Oh, you're right, Ruth. It is stressful. I'm doing it live. I don't think it takes guts or belligerence. I just think it's just utter stupidity. Sheer madness, yeah. But thank you so much for your kind words. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. So hope the client gets as much satisfaction looking at it as you. A few little gaps I've got to plug. That's fine. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. We'll get done today and then we'll dry. I'm liking that. Right, liking the macro shot. Excellent. So, let's go to work. Right, okay, fresh gloves. Let's not lose it now, Ed. Come on. We're close. We're very close. We can get this. That end where I went back over, it's looking nice. We'll get fresh gloves on. Sleep well tonight. Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at the, because it's delayed on the YouTube. Oh, yeah, that looks good, mate. That's nice. Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah, just looking at that. Very nice. I've got this on my monitor where I can see what the live feed is actually doing, and that does not look bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty then. Let's go this end actually. Where did I get to? Looks like about here. So let's have a look, see where we're going. think it definitely is going to need a bit of fingering.
That's what she said.
There goes our €4, mate. Our monetization. Well, let's hope so. Not this loose. Let's hope they like it. At the moment, mate, yeah, because just come on the line and let's do it, because then people will know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was saying to Ed, do we think we need to sort of take that down with duct tape each end? As you may or may not know, the canvas has an adverse reaction to these paints because they're quite harsh, as you know. That's why Ed's wearing the breathing apparatus. That's why we have to take, quite a lot of precautions. So I was just asking Ed if he thinks we might want to sort of take the ends down to try and sort of stretch it out a little bit. But at the moment, I think with the sheer volume of paint, because let's face it, there's about 50 litres of paint on that now.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. So
It's quite heavy and quite weighted down with all the paint that's on it. It is quite a lot on there.
the issue we get is as liquid goes onto a material, it starts to crinkle as it dries. So those crinkles, if they're in the wrong places, means we then have to re-stretch the canvas out with duct tape, and that's not an exact science, and it can be an absolute nightmare, and I'm hoping we can avoid that. So far I think we will, as AD says, with the volume of paint so far. That's a big help. It's kind of settling it down, and especially as it starts to settle itself down into globs, we're less likely to get that rippling. However, it's all subject to change, and I'm trying to figure out, I can feel it with the, it's a skill you learn how to feel it through the tool that you're using. You do it with squeegees, I can do it with brushes, you can feel what the paint's doing. It's an odd thing to try and describe, but the behaviour of the paint and how it's drying and what's going on with all these chemical reactions, you get a feeling for it, you understand what's happening, and consequently I know kind of roughly what time I've got to work with it until I'm going to struggle until it's like a thick paste. However, in the interim, as that process is a continual thing, it's the liquid, which is contained in the paint and also in the thinners that I put on, is trying to crinkle and dry out the canvas artificially quickly, which is where the crinkles come into it. So if that happens in the wrong places, we'll need to re-stretch it back out, and I really hope we don't have to do that. So Adie's asked me 2 or 3 times, because of course he's very vigilant about these things, and she should be, because we've done it often enough. As I get really into what I'm doing, and which I have to try and concentrate, is keeping one eye on the logistics of it. Well, how does it feel, mate? What is it behaving? Do we need to stretch it? It's a good reminder for me to have. And certainly something I need to keep in my mind or on the back burner, so to speak. But I think at the moment, I have to say, it is behaving remarkably well, quite surprisingly well. And I don't know if this is due to the extraction, the paint, because the canvas is the lightest I've had for a while, which is not what I originally ordered, but we have to deal with it, which means it's more likely to crinkle and deform, and that's exactly what I don't want. So trying to keep on top of that is problematic, and I'm just hopeful on this occasion it ain't a problem. And so far I will say that it isn't a problem, and thankfully we are getting some behaving paint, which will be a first, because normally this is like, no, don't care, doing what I want.
Yeah, there's so many factors to this. The weight of the canvas. It comes down to how
much thinners is on it.
It's about leveling of the tables and where the table moves, because we can never get it absolutely perfect. I think when we actually leveled the tables up, we spent probably 8 hours leveling the tables.
It's mad.
And even then, there are some, you can't get it perfect. It's what we've had done. These tables are man-made, so there are a lot of factors involved. Also, we are unknown with my extraction stroke passive air system. I've got 3 pipes in. It might be that I have to put another pipe somewhere or try something else to slow it down, speed it up, whatever it be. So, but it comes down to 13 years of this, and that's where we're at. It comes down to just week after week after week, knowing and understanding the paints, the thinners, the canvas, the tables, the extraction, everything, and that's where it all comes down to what you're seeing now. And welcome, Charles. He said, "This is great."
Hey Charles, how you doing? Charles Winkoff Jr. This is great. Lovely to see you, Charles. See what Charles did? Charles joined in the chat, and now he's one of the family. So do the same. If you haven't ever joined in the chat before, or worried, or you can't be bothered, come on, just say hello. Life's short. Just come say hello to us. It's nice. Thank you, Sue. There you are. Glad you tuned in, eh? So, Modest, we've got a special, seeing as you mentioned SpongeBob, this is just for you. There you go. How about that? Yeah, drying a bit here. Oh look, there's a shock in it. I'm right by the pipe. I'm opposite the pipe. So there it is, mate. The pipe. It's all about the pipes. Yeah, Charles, I am. If only I could pay myself, I'd be earning a fortune right now. Tracy's got to go. Practice the piano. Lucky you. I've always wanted to do that. Just haven't got the time. Well done, Tracy, and thank you for your patronage.
Thank you for your patronage.
So I think it's good. The up and down lines are really kind of starting to behave themselves, which is nice. It's what I wanted. A lot of paint this end. That's good. We're starting to get some good definition out now. There are some high spots, but the beauty of still sticking with the grout spreader is I can deal with the high spots and move paint around fairly easily. It's just deciding where it goes. It's an intuitive thing. Can't teach that. I can't explain it. It's where the paint feels like it needs to be. That's where it's going. We'd all interpret and feel that in a different way if we were all doing this individually, lined up in a gigantic warehouse or something. They'd all look completely different because the way we move, our interpretations of form and colour, shaped by the lives that we lead. Don't need to get into some philosophical frenzy there, but it's true. Yeah, Sue, might have to invest in some knee pads. One thing with this volume of paint on I do not want is bare canvas showing. You're like, no, can't have that. Yeah, we'll have to split it though, mate, to photograph it, because it won't go on the thing. There's no choice but to split this one. Yeah. Hi, Rob. Oh, Rob, have you got your notifications on, buddy? That's the important thing, then you'll know.
Hi Rob, yes, we've been discussing in the chat who got notifications, who didn't. About, I'm going to say probably 75%, 80% of people got notifications. You know, probably 15% got it, but just didn't sort of look at it, that kind of thing. So we're just interested to know whether you got your notification.
I think we're there, mate. I do think we might be there. Right, so we'll let Eddie do some pans up and down, and I'm going to try and make sure there's no bare canvas showing anywhere. And I'll be very interested to know what you think as you see this developing now and get these shots. Now that we've actually got a painting, what do you reckon? Looking for some for the white in pockets, just redistributing with a finger, just here and there. No, mate. Well, there might be, but yeah, I suppose I could. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Yeah, okay. I'll have a look. Remind me in a sec when I've gone through this. We're just talking about adding some bubbles. No, it could be a good idea. I hadn't even thought of that.
Right, Sue, not sure what's going on. Me and Ed aren't speaking. So, unless there's some kind of like, you're getting I don't know, some kind of stutter in your internet, I'm not sure. Oh, hi Geraldine, time for art, loving the blues, thank you. Been creating,
Good to hear. How'd you liking the blues? Oh, modest moves. I'm glad your wife likes it. That's nice to hear. All major credit cards accepted. Right, the big white gap I need to deal with. We are not far off, folks. We're minutes away, aren't we? There it is. Come here, devil. Hi, Devand. Thank you very much for being here. Good to see you. Who was that? Freestyle. Yeah, we love blue as well. Great colour. Thank you, Dana. Hopefully, at some point, I'll be able to show you what it looks like. Thank you. Thank you for all your feedback. Almost there. The fingers came in at the end. Save the day. See me picking up and putting down just the small spots. These will just give a few little highlights if most of them stay. I'm just trying to pick up where I can see slithers of white. Because adding white to the darker colours or any colour around it's just going to give me a little bit of tonal variation, and I just need that here and there. Just there you go, looking just a few spots, picking up and putting down. That's all it needs. Work from both sides. It's weighted to any one side, which is what I want. Yeah, we're done. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. We'll do a standard roam cam, buddy, and then you give everyone a pan. Yeah, that's pretty good, that. I like that. Yeah, a little bit of bubbling that way in the horizontal, but I can live with that. You actually, if you stand here, you don't really notice it. The vast majority is that way. So that's fine. It is what it is. I mean, I can't change that. Despite the fact I wanted to go up and down, I'm probably never going to get it to behave like that. But we're there or thereabouts, aren't we? It's just impossible to pick a bit that I want to look at first. It's all so nice. Yeah. got the other end. Was that? Sue, good observation, Sue. Yeah, about the drying of it. Yeah, absolutely spot on. How are we looking there? Oh, I've just lost you, I think. The battery's gone. Oh, no, you're still there. Charles, no varnish goes on. Everything's built into the paints. These are enamel paints, so they're incredibly tough, very hard wearing. But I can specify them as gloss, semi-gloss or matte, so I always use gloss paints predominantly anyway, 85% of it. Oh, it's even, yeah, so this is all gloss. There's no semi-gloss on here at all, even. Yeah, we have a special chemical as well, Charles, but we're not using that today. Blue, the depth of those blues is really nice. Thank you very much for that feedback, Daniel. Hi, Cookie Monster. Oh, right, my back's playing up now. But there you go, look. Let's give you a 360 view. Yeah, we've done matte painting, Paula. I would go outside and show you, but we'll leave that for another time. Just one or two here and there, not very much, to be honest with you. I much prefer the glossiness of it. I tend to, they behave differently for a start. That's just not very exciting. It's like, oh, it's dull paint. Fair enough. That's kind of what it feels like. Yeah. Ah, excellent. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you, Cookie. I appreciate that. Well, these localized areas which were causing me problems, I've kind of dealt with them now. What I won't be able to do, because of the amount of thinners is on, is ever stop this kind of thing. Okay, so we've got sideways movement happening, but that is, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, it is the ebb and flow of the oceans, you're right. But to a greater or lesser degree, that's split in half, and it's going to be in a common area with relaxed seating. I think this is going to look pretty special. And yeah, actually followed the formula, and I think we've got that pretty right. I mean, I know it's a 2-hour job, but thank you for those of you who have tuned in from the start. I reckon that's done. I reckon we're there. I'm not going to do any more to that because I'm going to start spoiling things. That will get left now to its own devices. My new shoe's dirty. Oh, too late for that, Yana. Which, do you want to do it on overhead then? So they're not as dirty as the others, but they're only a few paintings old. I guarantee you this time next year they'll be so crusty I'll probably put one foot in them and they'll just disintegrate. So far so good. Because that's just today, look. You see that? I'm covered from today. Then I have to pat down fingers and thumbs and tools and whatever, and it's the easiest way to do it. So I'm obviously going to need to get that off my arms when I get changed. Right. Well, at roughly the 2-hour mark, I reckon what we've achieved is pretty darn good, and I'm very pleased with the way that's come out. If it dries anything like that, I'll be super happy. Let's just hope it doesn't run away too much I don't think it will actually. We'll get a little bit of ingress left and right, but that's part of abstraction for you and letting Mother Nature do the work. Right, what have we got? Mixing it like expecting different coloured batches of spaghetti to mix. They don't. I don't know. Oh, enamel paint. Yeah, I get you. Don't get your new shoes dirty. You're going to be soothing for it's going. Right, I think we've caught up, haven't we, with everybody's comments? That's wonderful. Right, okay. There we are, folks. What do you reckon to that then? Have you enjoyed it? Have you given us a nice big thumbs up? That's a 2-hour marathon. Wow. That's crazy. But, you know, it's a big painting and it requires attention. It's one of the key pieces of this commission, so it has to have the attention that it deserves. I'm super happy with that. We'll keep fingers crossed that when we can eventually move it, that the client is as well. Even looks fantastic. Looks like another winner. Well, we'll all keep our fingers crossed, shall we? Anyway, folks, I do hope you've enjoyed that. We'll give you a day off tomorrow because there's no way even without this fantastic system, we won't be able to move that tomorrow. So look out for us. Just keep your notifications on, which means you subscribe, click on the bell icon. It's free of charge, it doesn't cost you a penny. And look out for the next stream. Not sure when that's going to be. As I've said now on each broadcast, it's entirely dependent on when this can safely be moved. We're at the behest now of what the paintings are going to be doing. So anyway, but we will be back and we'll be doing a stream at some point. Who knows when it be? Could be over the weekend. I don't know yet. We'll have to just wait and see. Thank you, Dana, again for your generous donation. I think we're all super impressed and very, very happy that you've done that. I know me and ADR, but you're incredibly kind and just wanted to express that again for your generosity. It is incredible and we are extremely grateful. So thank you. Thank you all of you if you've been watching, whether you've got your notifications or not, whether you've come from the start or not. It's been brilliant having you along for the ride. I'm super happy with this one. A great way to bow out. Yes, 2 hours, a record live. Looks wonderful, says Freestyle. I think it is a record. I've written 2 hours before. But it seems to have gone like 5 minutes to me. It really does. No wonder my back's hurting. Anyway, time for a cup of tea now. You've still got work to do, so there's no ho time for us. There's a lot to be done yet. We've got clients to respond to and other bits and pieces. So in that interim, go reward yourselves with a sit down and a cup of tea. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Please do like, share and subscribe. Send it out to your friends if you think they'd like the channel. There's plenty of cool things to watch. Really appreciate you being here, folks. It means the world to us. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being our friends and coming to support us today. Anyway, just leaves me to say a big thank you to Adi for putting these broadcasts together this week. I hope you've enjoyed the various styles, all the colours and all the different things we've had for you since Tuesday this week. By the time this is split into two and the one from yesterday, 7 canvases today. For this week, which is going some. But we've still got loads to do. We'll show you Debbie when it's dry at some point. Don't worry about that, but whenever that may be. First thing is we show the client. Anyway, that's it. For another mammoth broadcast, be safe, be well and be healthy wherever you are. We'll see you again very soon. Going to leave you with 2 minutes of life here at Suarez HQ with a cool track which you can download and listen to at suno.com. Now, we've got a link to that in the description, along with all our other music. I say ours, Ava does all the music compositions. Go and have a listen. There's some really cool stuff across all kinds of genres. But we're going to leave you now with 2 minutes of cool stuff of life at Suarez HQ. Enjoy the track, enjoy the painting, enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back with you as soon as we can. Thanks, folks. See you, and we'll be back soon.